Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join us today. We are going to be taking a look at the month of June for Aries. So wherever you happen to have Aries in your birth chart, or if you're just wanting to check in on an Aries, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to have you here today. So please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate, and that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes, so that affects my memory. I can really struggle to find my words or even get them out. Sometimes I do get tongue-tied. It happens. I also have tremors, and sometimes it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands, and when that happens, I drop whatever I'm holding, cards included, so that can make shuffling a little difficult. I really can struggle with my grip sometimes. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring the cards a little closer to me so that I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the message gets out the way that it is meant to eventually, right? Okay, so Aries, if you would like a bonus in your next month's reading, make sure you're running the numbers up on this reading, you know, giving it likes, giving it comments. You know, that helps my channel grow. That helps me know you're enjoying the content. You know, it's your way of saying, hey girl, we like what you're doing. We want to see more of it. And I'm like, all right, I got you. I can do that. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading, I would love that so very much, you guys. I love being able to connect with you one-on-one. It really brings so much joy to my day, my life, and I hope that it helps you gain clarity and insight and peace, whatever it is that you may be facing. So all of that is in the description down below, so make sure you check that out. So before we start getting cards, we are going to get a gemstone message from the Spirit board. All right, Spirit, Aries, June 2025. 6 months, you guys. We're already halfway through the year. That's just so crazy. All right, gemstone for Aries. All right, we have a sapphire coming in. I don't know if you guys could see that very well over there. So sapphire is about intuition, you guys. So, you know, really being in tune with your star player, really, you know, working on your intuition so that those messages are coming in loud and clear. One of nature's most beautiful stones, the sapphire is believed to have an almost limitless ability to foster psychic awareness and spiritual enlightenment. It is a stone said to foster profound creative expression and enhances the meditative state, aiding in attempts at clairvoyance and astral projection. Because of its reputation for helping to clear the mind and clarify psychic mysteries, it is sometimes called the Stone of Destiny. Ooh, I like that. When carried as a protective amulet, it is said to be able to strip away facile arguments and allow the wearer to distinguish between lies and the truth. It is also believed to have a calming influence on individuals of a highly strung temperament, since it helps to suppress nervous anxiety while fostering peaceful sleep and good dreams. On the physical level, folklore suggests that the sapphire is helpful in treating skin ailments. Sapphire's message: when intuitive skills are called for in making important decisions, wear a sapphire or keep one close by, such as such as in a desk, drawer, or pocket. So, ooh, okay, I like that. I have a little sapphire that I keep right there. It is tiny. I may eventually like put it in a ring or put it in a necklace or something so I don't lose it, because it's actually a star sapphire, but hey, it's still sapphire, right? All right, let's get some messages here for you guys. Sapphire is also September's birthstone, so maybe September holds something significant for you. All right, I'm going to turn these over and lay them out, and then we will go over them. One more here, Spirit, for Aries. Okay. All right, so first up, we have a number 43 emerge. We also have a 33 romance and a number 7 for martyr. Now, I am going to read from the book a little bit because it has a companion stone or metal, plus it has an affirmation. So emerge. You are moving out of the shadows and emerging into the light. Life gives you an opportunity to be in the spotlight, and your voice will be heard. The chrysalis phase is over. Are you ready to be the center of attention? Surround yourself with people who love and support you. Avoid people who feed off your light and tell you what you want to hear. Energy vampires are very real, you guys. Be bold and stand apart from the crowd. Be yourself and life will be magical. Crystals, merlinite, chrysanthemum, aventurine, and labradorite, if I can even talk. The affirmation: I am the star of my own life. I am bold, beautiful, and magical. Ooh, I really like that. That just made me gave me a boost of confidence. All right, moving over to the number 33 romance. It's the perfect time to meet someone new or rekindle the flame with your loved one. Keeping romance and love strong requires patience and understanding. In a new romance, you need time to get to know each other properly. It's easy to be starstruck when someone new is fun and comfortable to be around. If after 3 weeks or 3 months you notice negative changes in this person, walk away. I mean, we all have negative things that come to the surface after, that initial honeymoon phase is over. We tend to undo the belt and let the pressure off, right? So you have to decide really if you should walk away. I think it depends on what the negatives are and how severe they are. Of course, do not, put the rose-colored glasses on and ignore any really big red flags. Don't allow yourself to be with someone who doesn't compliment you. The right one is coming soon. Crystals, rose quartz, rhodonite, garnet, and jade. The affirmation: I am open to romance and I welcome giving and receiving love. And you can even ask for the right person. You can be very specific in your details when you're telling the universe what it is that you want. All right, number 7, martyr. The pain and sadness of your family's issues are a heavy burden, and there will always be a problem that needs solving. You have confused being a hero with being a martyr. A hero does a good deed once in a while, but a martyr feels that without their own sacrifice, others would not thrive. Everyone has to stand on their own 2 feet, so teach them how to solve their problems. All they need is your guidance, love, and compassion. Crystals, citrine, smoky quartz, and ruby. The affirmation: I am putting myself first and I allow my loved ones to work on their own issues. Teaching them how to stand on their own 2 feet, teaching them how to take care of things, because we all have our own problems, we all have our own baggage. And, if we keep carrying the weight of everyone else's, I'm seeing that 10 of wands in my mind's eye, where you're overwhelmed, overburdened, know, about to burn out. You know, you have to drop those heavy burdens, especially the ones that are not yours to carry. And, you know, you could end up even feeling that Ten of Swords energy. I'm seeing Ten of Swords and Three of Swords in my mind's eye too, where you could feel like you've been stabbed in the back, you feel like you've been stabbed in the heart, and, you know, like, you're not a dumping ground for other people. Literally what Spirit is saying, like, Spirit's like, let them know they are not a dumping ground. You are not a baggage claim for other people. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on in the love department for you guys this month of June. So this can include yourself, family, friends, significant other, you know, literally anywhere that you have love, you guys. If you're like, Gigi, I really love my job, then guess what? That is also included. So, like I said, literally anywhere you have love. So we have the Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. So I kind of feel like either you feel like you're not getting enough for, okay, that's going to be some of you, and then others are like, I don't even want to. You know, I feel like there's some of you that are like, man, I want to just be like a bunny and, you know, do it all the time, and then others are like, I don't even care about it. So, all right, Wall, misunderstanding. And for those of you that are like, I don't even care about it, I feel like you're maybe with a person that wants it more than you do. And, you know, that can create walls, that can create misunderstandings. But, you know, we can have misunderstandings in any relationship. So make sure you're speaking clearly. You know, you can even ask that the right words at the right time be given to you so you don't wound or offend anyone. Oh goodness, we have a Bull coming in here. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So for me, the Bull also represents Taurus. So you could have Taurus in your birth chart. You could be dealing with a Taurus, someone that has Taurus in their birth chart. As this is going out, we are still currently in Taurus season, so we haven't switched to Gemini just yet. But I want to say a big happy birthday to all of my June people. So wait, your birthdays are not in June. Oh my goodness, my brain is not working. Just delete. Blah, blooper reel. All right, Turkey. We have someone is behaving stupidly, and right now that is me. Okay, I am the turkey. So, you know, either someone around you is behaving stupidly, or you have to take a good long hard look and see if you're the one behaving stupidly. You know, you could have your walls up. You know, it could literally be anything, you guys, because there are so many of us. The possibilities are literally endless. We also have the Teapot coming through. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So, you know, getting together over tea or coffee, maybe you're talking to this person and they're helping you gain clarity, they're helping you gain insight, you know, they're sharing their wisdom and experience with you guys, and they're offering all of this with no judgment. You know, maybe you're in therapy. That could also be the case for some. You know, is that going to be for everybody? No, of course not. But, you know, with that Rabbit too, there could be some kind of hormone imbalance going on. So that's something else Spirit just brought to my awareness. You know, sometimes hormone imbalances cause so many different things, really. So if you have been feeling off or not right, you know, or anything like that, please consult with a physician. All right, let's see what's going on in career and finances here for you guys this month of June. Bring me $1 million. Like, how nice would that be if you just woke up tomorrow with $1 million sitting in your account? Like, hey, yeah, I've been manifesting this. Yes, indeedy. All right. Oh, okay. We got the finger. At least it's not that middle one. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So, you know, you're being warned of this ahead of time so that you can prepare, so that you can make adjustments. And remember that problems and things of that nature, they're only temporary, you guys. And be careful who you're pointing your finger at, because you may find you got you got them pointed right back at you. Isn't that saying, when you point fingers, you have more pointed back at you? I can't remember exactly how it goes. As you can tell, my brain is like, do I have to work today? All right, we have the Mountain. Major challenge to overcome. So again, challenges are temporary, you guys. You know, we all face things, and, you know, it's all about the climb. And you know, starting out, you're gonna have times where you're like, man, I'm tired, I just want to sit down here for a minute. But you keep going anyway, you guys. You keep pushing yourself a little more each day, and then guess what? Eventually you're at the top of that mountain. You are victorious. And you know, you got to keep going and enjoy yourself as much as possible. You also have the Claw showing up. Be careful, do not take risks. So, you know, as long as we're alive, there are going to be risks, right? There's going to be challenges. There's going to be problems that arise, you guys. So we have to decide which risks are worth it and which are not. So, you know, if you've been given the green light on something, then by all means, go ahead. Hey, finally some goodness here with these coins. Money will be coming to you. So raise, promotion, maybe you're playing the lottery, maybe you're going to bingo, you know, maybe you're in the stock market, or, you know, just literally anything. Maybe someone that borrowed money from you is like, here, I finally have it to pay you back. You know, it could literally be anything. So just remember, like, every time you swipe your card, every time you pay, say, this money is going to come back to me tenfold. This money is going to go out and multiply and come back to me. You know, that's what I try to do every time I swipe my card, or, you know, pay online, or use cash. You know, make it a positive so that you're not building, you know, like a barrier there with money. You know, sometimes people have guilt, shame, worry, they're afraid to spend money, and, you know, I feel like that's a way that helps you, like, you know what, it's okay for me to spend this money. It's okay, you know, for me to have money, and, you know, I trust and believe that it's coming back to me. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on in life. Life do be lifing a little too hard sometimes. You know, your girl here is like, hey, yo, life, why don't you use some Vaseline? Why don't you pump your brakes? And life is like, nah, bro, you can handle it. And I'm like, okay, just because I can don't mean I want to. I'm going to read this flyer first, okay? And it's a good one. You have grapes. Time to go out and have fun. You know, grapes make wine, you guys. And when you think of grapes, I think of how abundant they are. You know, they can also be hard to care for, but if you master it, you guys, you're gonna have money and wine and all the good things. Gonna have a good old time. All right, we do have the Cane coming through here. Pay attention to your health. You know, like I said, for some of you, you know, I do feel like there could be some emotional or mental trauma. Could also be, you know, hormone imbalance. Again, with you guys, and I know this has come up in previous readings, I'm getting the heart, something to do with the heart. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Heart failure, I just heard. So if that is you, you're gonna know it. Maybe you've already had a heart attack too. That is also coming through. So just be aware of that. I'm in heart failure too, so I totally understand it. I have my good days and my not so good days. All right, we have dog barking, advice from a friend. Like I said, I felt that coming through with that teapot, you know, helping you clear, you know, as you're talking things out, you know, I feel like you're gaining clarity. I feel like you're gaining peace. And I feel like this person is a big source of that clarity, is a big source of that peace. There's someone that you can trust 100%. We also have the harp for great happiness. I love that. You know, maybe music is one way that boosts you and makes you feel happy, makes you feel more grounded and centered. I love music. Maybe you play, maybe you, you know, or you just listen and you sing. All right, we have the cracked cup. Oh, goodness. Dissatisfaction with life. So, you know, it happens sometimes, you guys, especially if you're playing the martyr. But we also have the cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. And I feel like this is ancestral protection. This is protection from your guides, your angels, your archangels, ascended masters, your higher self, all beings of the light that care for you and love you unconditionally. You know, you fall under the umbrella of their protection and their love. So, all right, let's get a message from the moon. The moon is all about changes in our lives. The moon herself goes through her changes, her cycles, her phases from new to full. She is beautiful, wonderful, and amazing in whatever phase she happens to be in, and so are you. So let's get some messages here from Mama Moon for this month of June for Aries. What does Mama Moon want Aries to know here? So first up, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces, which is a water sign. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo, that is an earth sign. So water is the power of emotions, while earth is the power of your physical body, being present, being grounded, being centered. So with that balance, spirituality, and practicality, you know, literally everything in our lives requires balance, you guys, you know, work, play, everything. So you're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. That could be for some of you. Follow your intuition. Not the first time that's come up. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream, but you can dream another dream. Maybe that dream wasn't meant to work out because something better is meant for you. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Ooh, avoid substance abuse. So attune to the moon. Meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. You know, I meditate every day before I start my day, and then, you know, I go through my day, and then at night I meditate again. So, and I noticed I've been sleeping better, and overall I've been in a better mood. So, all right, new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success without being pedantic. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable, so not only are they a soulmate, but they are reliable. Attune to the moon. Recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Oh my gosh, did I not literally just say that? So I don't know if I showed you these cards. My bad. I can't remember. So that's the first one. That's the full moon in Pisces. And then this is new moon in Virgo. Now, you you could check your birth chart. Maybe you have moon in Pisces or moon in Virgo. I mean, there are so many of us, so it is possible that someone has moon in Pisces, someone has moon in Virgo. Maybe you have those placements in other areas of your birth chart. So, you know, check it out, you guys. See what's coming through. I like to study and learn about my birth chart. I'm still learning the houses. That still confuses me a bit, but I'm getting there. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. Some chakra wisdom for Aries. Ooh, okay, we have mysticism coming through. Very mysterious there. Ooh, painting a very mystical picture for us. And there is a door there. Are you willing to go through the door? Mysticism, a woman named Aubergine. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. So this is our 6th chakra. It's sometimes called the brow chakra. It's sometimes called the 3rd eye. You are not to know. A woman named Aubergine calls on the telephone to confirm that she will be with us tonight. Yet no woman named Aubergine has been invited. Of the 4 invited, 2 are wed and 2 are unknown to each other, a woman and a man. Surely if this mysterious woman were the guest of the man, she would have made it known. A woman approaches the woman named Aubergine, the woman who will be with us tonight. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. So, you know, key ideas here. You could be ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. We're always on some kind of journey. Keywords: intuition, courage, and uncharted. So, you know, you may be in some unknown territory, somewhere where you have never been before, but maybe not in this lifetime, but, you know, one of your past lifetimes, maybe like, hey, we've been here before, we have done this, this, and this. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out for your highest and greatest good. Let go of the outcome and be in the natural flow, you guys. All right, let's get a crystal wisdom message here. Let's see what else Aries needs to know for this month of June. Okay, it feels like we had a couple come out. Fairy stone, good fortune. I am open to receive all the goodness the universe has to offer me at all times and in all ways. Ooh, I love that, you guys. You can write that down. We also have dioptes for love. I am love and love is me. So let me show that to you guys if you would like to write them down. All right. Sometimes I take and I write these down in my little daily affirmation journal. You know, it helps me feel grounded and centered. That's another thing I've been doing daily as well, is positive affirmations. All right, let's get a chakra love message here for you guys for this month of June. Okay, we have crown chakra highlight for meditation. To see more clearly, close your eyes. Ooh, yes. And this is what howlite can look like. I actually have a little howlite cube here. So howlite is good for pain. Like if you're experiencing pain like teeth or bones, joints, howlite can be very helpful with that pain relief here, you guys. So I often will put it on places where I'm hurting. All right, you Aries, these are your messages for June. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button. Run them numbers up on this reading for a chance at a bonus in your next month's reading. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel. You guys, that truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with you guys. And you know, you are literally part of the teamwork that makes the dream work. I could not do this without all of your love and support. And you know, June is Pearls of Wisdom. The pearl is June's birthstone. So Pearls of Wisdom, an ocean, beachy theme, you know, that water. Water is very clearing, calming, soothing, you know, reminding yourself that you're in control of your thoughts. You're in control of your emotions instead of letting them control you and run amok. So, you know, there's literally wisdom in everything and everyone, and especially your own inner wisdom, your own inner guidance. So make sure you are paying attention. Make sure you are aware as you are awakening, you guys. All right, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope that you have an amazing, wonderful month of June. May all your dreams come true. May you have your happily ever after, find your one true love. Wonderful things continue to unfold for you. I want to say thank you, blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.